Hey fellow Vault Wearers, it's Angry Turtle, and in this video I will show you top 10 weapons you can choose from to make the most efficient build to fight bosses. If you need some extra gaming energy or just a plushie, this month on the products you can see on the screen, code TURTLE will give you 30% discount. Don't miss your opportunity. And as I will be talking about those weapons, I will intentionally show you those weapons naked, which means no legendary effects, no perks boosting my damage, no legendary perks to boost my damage, no mutations, and no buffs. So you will be able to tell exactly which of those weapons is the best choice for you if you don't care too much about the build but you want to be efficient versus bosses. And of course I will mention as we go through which are the absolute best weapons if you do have the best build and all the possible buffs. As well, I did my best to choose weapons for different builds depending if you are melee, heavy gun, sneak, and so on. And we are starting in random order, whichever order those weapons will appear in my Pip-Boy. So first we have Auto Axe. I know it can be really hard to obtain at this moment if you miss it on the scoreboard. So good news for you here is the chainsaw performs almost exactly the same. So either one. If you have the chainsaw or auto axe, you can be very efficient with those. And currently, it is very important to use those weapons in first-person view. They just do not perform the same in third-person view. And you can see like chainsaw performs way better if you are totally unspec. Auto axe can go ahead if you will be fully buffed. Next, the weird hybrid weapon, kind of melee, kind of heavy gun, really low maintenance. It is the Shredder, which means minigun with Shredder modification used without ammo, so you cannot have any ammo on you. And unlike the auto axe and chainsaw, this weapon is best used in third-person view. Next, Napalmer. This is a really good weapon for everyday use and boss fights for a heavy gunner. What's special about the Napalmer, it can be used with a regular heavy gunner build as well as stealth heavy gunner. So that's a very unique weapon. It can be applied to a stealth heavy gunner and it's fun to use. I need to say, it's really fun, very efficient on bosses. Now the next heavy gun is Gatling Plasma, of course modded with Prime, and it's about as efficient on bosses as a Flamer, but if you are fully unspec, as you can see here, it pulls ahead a little bit over the Flamer performance. Both weapons really good. Flamer and Gatling Plasma for your heavy gunner build to kill those bosses. After that we go over the Commando, VATS Commando build, one of the strongest weapons to kill bosses with, Railway Rifle. And it is not a stealth weapon, so your commando needs to be quite tanky. It's recommended to use in VATS, and as you can probably tell, this weapon requires a solid build to use optimally. It is one of the strongest, but solid build is required. The quad legendary effect is a must. After that, we have a stealth commando build, the Fixer. The Fixer is a very powerful weapon to kill bosses with if you are rocking a stealth commando build. Unfortunately, as you can see here, if you are not sneaking and your build is not powerful, Fixer alone will not perform. It will perform much better if your build is actually a sneaky one. Then we have something for Rifleman build. and that's the Enclave Plasma Flamer. It is a legendary because I don't have any non-legendary, but I intentionally roll it with that's accuracy, if not in combat. So this legendary effect, Stalkers, does nothing for me here. And look how well this weapon is doing versus this legendary super mutant. That's just insane damage, even absolutely unspec. So I don't have anything to help me out, absolutely unspec. It's absolutely wrecking those super mutants. One of the most, I mean, not one of the most. This is absolute number one, the most powerful weapon to kill bosses with. If you want to use full power, it does require a VATS rifleman build with heavy use of canned coffee to sustain your action points. Next, for the gunslinger build, we have Plasma Thrower. If you can get Enclave Plasma Pistol, it's even better. It's about the same as the rifle, with only difference, if you have grip, it is using a perks from a pistol build. Gunslinger perks, that's the difference. The difference is grip. If it's a grip, it's a pistol. If there's a stock, it's a rifle. So that's how this weapon will be changing. And last, 10th position, it's kind of a honorable mention because this weapon do not appear as non-legendary. I don't know if this weapon will be available in the future. It's a custom craft from the scoreboard. It's the Nuka launcher. It does look like auto grenade launcher, but it's way more powerful. So if not this weapon, there would be no good explosive weapon to fight bosses with. This one is exception. And let's fire it a little bit, cover your eyes, because you know it's flashy. As you can see, it can handle enemies equally to all other weapons. And all those weapons that you are able to see here, fully unspec, then you could think by this footage that those are not a very good weapon to fight bosses with if they struggle so badly with those super mutants. And you couldn't be more wrong. It's just because I'm not using perks to increase my damage, I'm not using buffs or legendary. That's how huge the difference is. Because with perfect Enclave Plasma Flamer, you can put down Colossus solo in about 1 minute or less. So that's the difference. You can kill the endgame bosses with this weapon almost as fast as I was killing those super mutants in here. So that's how important your build is. And now those are all the weapons that I choose for you, all the top 10. Auto Axe, Chainsaw, Minigun Shredder, regular Napalmer, Nuka Launcher, Prime Gatling Plasma, Prime Plasma Thrower, all Enclave Plasma, Railway Rifle, and the Fixer. So those are all the weapons. This is my top 10. I am able to pick any of this weapon and solo any of the bosses with appropriate build, of course, available in the game. Did I miss your favorite? Please let me know. As you probably notice, there is no shotguns and no pistols. And that's because it is possible to kill bosses with those weapons, but those are so far behind what I show in here that I decided not to include those on the list. And that being said, thank you a lot for watching and see you all in the next one.